Yes, offering my pranams to His Holiness. Offering my pranams to His Holiness Shri Shivaratri Deshikendra Mahaswamigadaru. Good morning, everyone. Today we are starting with our first session. Soumya Madam is our guest. Let me brief out about her and then we'll start with our today's session. I'm delighted to introduce today's session speaker, Soumya S., who is an assistant professor in the Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department. With over 12 years of rich teaching experience, Soumya has been a guiding light for many students in the field of engineering. Her expertise spans across power electronics, renewable energy, and sustainable development goals. And she has a passion for imparting value-based education. Soumya has an impressive academic background, having completed her MTech in Power Electronics from BTU Bengaluru and a PG Diploma in Human Resource Management from NMIMS. She has also published a patent on forecasting power generated by solar photovoltaic systems and has research publications in renowned journals like Elsevier and Springer. As a dedicated mentor, Soumya has guided numerous projects, including the award-winning Smart Inverter System project that secured first place at the IEEE state-level project exhibition. Her commitment to nurturing talent and forecasting the innovation is truly commendable. Currently, Soumya serves as the regional coordinator for the Southwestern Region National Coordination Committee for Induction Programme, AICTE. I am confident that her experience and expertise will greatly benefit our students. We'll welcome Soumya S. ma'am. Welcome, ma'am. Ma'am, you can continue with your session.
This collar mic because if you're walking around, this will help us capture.
So do I need to press this and?
No need to just click it.
Okay, done. Thank you. Yeah. Namaste, namaskar ellaru. I offer my pranams to Swamiji before I start today's session. Little bit of change in today's this session. It's going to be an interactive session. Kindly put your bags down. Put your mobile phones inside. Put it on silent. Let us see if we can survive without the phone for the next 1 hour. Will that be okay? Yes? Yeah. So this is slightly, we are going to have a different session. I'm not the one going to be speaking all the time. So we are going to listen from everybody who's there in the room. All right? Is that okay? How many of you had your breakfast? Raise your hand. So whenever I ask a question, if you feel yes, then you raise your hand, okay? So that I know you're doing something. What we are doing, one basic thing is like we're giving some movement to our physical body. So it will become better, okay? Yeah? Is that okay? Yeah. So all that I wanted to do in this 1 hour session is take out time for yourself. You, each one sitting in this room is very important. And I feel that each one has a role to play. And I'm going to just facilitate. I don't know something that is out of the box and I'm going to come and preach here. No. It is something that all of us know, but it is just that maybe we are not aware of, we've never had time to concentrate on. So this is something that we'll be talking about in today's 1 hour session. It's going to be an interactive session. You can always ask me, raise your hand and ask any question that you feel like with the topics that we are speaking today. Yeah. I request all those sitting at the back to, can you please come forward? Keep your bags there and come. For the next session, you can go back. Bega, bega. We'll have 1 or 2 introductions before we start. Ma'am introduced, she was very kind to introduce me so much. So we'll have some introduction from the students and then we'll start today's session. Yes, the girls also. One row full ide, Hali. Come forward. Fill the seats in front so that I get connected to you. Yes, the last 3 boys. Please get up. Am I audible? It is fine, then the next 2 girls will come forward. Bega, bega, bega. Bega. Yes, boys, you can please come. Is there some bifurcation that girls are supposed to sit here only? Okay. Il munde barama. Atwa hinde ide. Is it okay? Yeah. Have you all put your bags down? No phones in your hand? Let's try to see that if we can be without the phone for 1 hour. Can we try that? See, some skills that you're going to be observing and learning in today's 1 hour session. I'm not going to say this is what you're going to learn, that is what you're going to learn. But for sure that you will be learning something, provided you're listening to me. That I can assure. Is that okay? Yes? So can we have some introduction from both the sides, the boys and the girls? 1 or 2 of you can introduce yourself. What I mean is, tell your name, where are you from, what is your background, if you would like to mention about your family, and any hobbies or achievements that you've had till now. You can volunteer, we'll get to know. You'll have spent 1 week together, right? No? What did you all do in the last week? You all got introduced to the people sitting next to you or no? You say yes or no? Yes. So you know somebody, right? So what did you do in the last week? If I ask you to say what you did in last week in 1 sentence, what would be that sentence? Yes?
Enjoyment.
Enjoyment. Very nice. Enjoyment, can you elaborate?
Talking.
In the SIP, Student Induction Program, I am asking about Student Induction Program. Yeah. I'm sorry, I did not mention that. So he was very honest in what he did. That's very nice. So in the Student Induction Program in the last week, what did you all do? If you have to express it in 1 sentence, how would you express it? Yes. You can mention your name also and give a little bit of introduction about yourself. Yeah. Very good. So you felt good meeting new people? What is your name? Would you like to say from which place are you from? He's Utkarsh from Bihar. What is the course that you have taken?
CSC.
CSC. Okay,
Yeah.
very nice. You would like to mention about your family?
Not right now, ma'am.
Okay, your hobbies?
I like watching sports,
Which sport?
cricket, football.
You have to be very specific. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you play?
Not really, but
You've never thought of it?
uh,
Okay. Any achievements you would like to mention?
ma'am, I don't consider those achievements.
If you feel, see, today's session is something that the 1 hour that you will be discussing with me, nobody is going to judge you. You be honest to yourself. Whatever you feel comfortable, you can share. And if you have any questions regarding that, you can just ask me. If I can help you, then I will try to help. I'm not giving you a exact solution, but you can try to work on it, that's for sure. So you be honest, sit comfortably. The only thing that you need to do in the next 1 hour is just sit comfortably and listen. Don't do anything else. Yes? Yes. Very nice to know, Utkarsh. Now, anybody else? Yes? Yeah. Please take the mic so that everybody gets to hear you.
Sure. This side. Exposure. Ma'am,
Exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please introduce yourself and then you tell me what you feel. Yes.
Ma'am, my name is Sanika Gowda. I'm from this state only, Karnataka. Uh, and my hobbies are like wildlife photography and trekking.
Very nice. So, have you taken some photos?
Yeah.
And do you have a channel or a social media handle?
Ma'am, I was there in social media, but after my JEE, I left everything.
Why? This is what we are going to talk about. See, the purpose of student induction program is for this. You're going to start your life at a different level, and so you need to have that gap, bridged. And the purpose of this program for 15 days is to get you acquainted with all the possibilities and make you comfortable with the environment, because you're going to be spending 4 valuable years in this, college. That's the purpose of this 15 days program. And we've had a lot of people coming in and sharing their experiences so that you take away something from them. Very nice. Very good. Anybody else? Yes.
Hello, everybody.
I think y'all can, they're loud, right? Can you hear him? Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Myself, Soham. I'm from Haryana and I love to sing. And the one thing which I loved here the most was interacting with new people, meeting new peers, and exposing my communication skills with everyone, because I got very introverted during the exam preparation days. So this was a key moment to increase my communication skills here.
Very nice. So he's improved his communication skills. Very nice. Yes. In Allinda Nitkondu Matadakadre, you can speak. Yeah.
So my name is Manju Naik, sir. I'm from Mysore, and my hobbies include doing yoga. I play cricket and badminton, and my achievements include I won second place in a musical instrument competition in my school. I play tabla. And talking about my family, my dad was an SJC student.
Wow, that's very nice. Yes.
Yeah, my mom is a housewife. And, yeah, that was about it.
Very nice to know, Mahesh. Anybody else? Can we hear some girls? Yeah, you should. See, you'll never get an opportunity for you to speak. So you've got an opportunity, make use of that opportunity. Whatever, yes, please. Ma'am, what's your name?
My name is Shweta.
Shweta.
I'm from Bellary. My name is Shweta, and I'm from Bellary. My parents, my father is been working in Bellary. And telling about myself, I'm very dynamic, curious, and enthusiastic girl. I love challenging things, and my hobbies include drawing and painting, and I also like to read minds, and I love swimming also, and I'm very fond of eating. And coming here, I've learned many things. I've also started communicating with them, and also washing clothes at home. I never done in my home.
So that's a big achievement, oh? Yeah, very good. Many of us who have come from, we've stayed away from home. Every chore that we do at home, which we have never done in all these years, now doing that, it's an achievement, isn't it? Keeping the room clean, eating food, keeping the plate on your own. Very good. Very nice that she mentioned. She drew attention of all of us. Anybody else? Yes, please.
Ma'am, my name is Soumya Sinha, and I'm from Bihar. I am very interested into in coding and exploring new things. I also like wildlife a lot. I love animals a lot, I'd say, especially dogs and birds. I also have a pet dog. And coming to hostel, this is my first time living in a hostel. Everything is new for me. Like learn. I also learned a few sentences in Kannada too. My roommate helped me a lot. And experiencing everything here, like going outside on my own without my parents and my sister, and washing dishes, clothes, cleaning the room. Everything is like really interesting to do on my own. Like for the first time, I'm really enjoying the hostel phase. And yeah, I'm so grateful for my parents that they helped me to reach till here. Talking about my family, my father is a businessman and my mom is a homemaker. And talking about myself, I am a gold medalist in school level swimming, gold medalist in abacus 2015, and I am a state level fifth rank spell bee winner. And yeah, that's all.
That's all. That is
Yeah.
so much, isn't it? Very nice. Please give a round of applause to her. Nice. Yeah, so it's very nice. Why I did this introduction is like when I get to know you, you get to know me, you become very comfortable, right? And to try to create that environment. And then you carry it forward with you. Okay. So today discussion, I am like ma'am mentioned that I am a part of the volunteering team for AICTE. We have a cell called Universal Human Value Cell. So we are some of the faculty all over India who are a part of this cell, and we try to share the content in a certain way, thinking it will help people. So what we feel is like we have a content that we share.
Strength ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
Yeah. So what we do is we try to share the content in a certain way. There is a specific content that we share, and there is a process. And this is a session for 15 sessions, and it's subject also in your second year. But today I will just be giving a little bit of briefing, very little, I would say, not even 1%. I will try to do my best with respect to the content. So all that I'm going to do today is like probably just tell you what it could be, and you have to explore on yourself. So content, what we talk about in this universal human value session is about the basic human aspiration. And the process what we propose is self-exploration. I mean, it will be Greek words for you now, but think about it. All right? So what we'll do is like I have put one slide on the screen. What do you think when you read that sentence? Anything that you feel that comes to your mind, you can just tell. Let us see what we think of aspiration. Yes. You can sit, please don't stand every time. Yes.
In his life has certain aims or goals, which we say they are aspirations, and we get a certain joy when it gets fulfilled, a sense of achievement when it is done. So every human being sitting in this room is very ambitious and thinks to and tends to achieve something or something in their life. So I think this session will be about how to fulfill or how to find your aspiration or your ambition in your life.
Very nice. He made my job very easy. Very nice. Very true what he said. Anybody else? What do you feel when you think of the word aspiration? What comes to your mind when you think of the word aspiration? You can please sit. Yes.
Setting the goals and achieving.
Okay, setting the goals and achieving. Correct. Then. Yes? Zeal. Okay. Zeal. What else? What do you think when you think of the word aspiration? Akankshe. Ase. Yes. Determination to do work. Okay. Then. Yes? Sacrifice. Okay. What he is trying to say, I don't know, I'm just trying to understand. You mean to say you do a lot of sacrificing for achieving that? That's what you mean?
We have to sacrifice because aiming something and then without any sacrifice, you will not reach that goal. So it's useless to aim something if you are not ready to give sacrifice.
So, do you feel that aspiring something, having a goal, setting a goal, always has to come with sacrifice?
For achieving it, we need to give some, maybe a little sacrifice or a more sacrifice that we need to do.
Okay.
And maybe even sleeping also. Like getting up early in the morning, that's also sacrifice. For me,
Correct. Possible that he is sacrificing his sleep because sleep is important to him, so he feels it is sacrifice. Yes, very true. Very nice. I think many of us feel, but we didn't have the courage to tell, and he helped us out, right? See, I can see a lot of you smiling the moment he said that. Yes. What else? Anything else that you feel when you hear the word aspiration? Rightly said by all of them. Everybody, whatever everybody said, yeah, it is something to do with aim, goal setting, and to achieve something. Now, coming to human beings, what do you think is could be our basic aspiration? All of us have aspirations. You can take down these as assignments and you can do it for yourself. It's like a self-study kind of a thing. You make a list of all your aspirations and then you try to find out what is the purpose of these aspirations. Now, can some of you mention your aspirations if you're okay with it in the group? Do you have any aspirations? Yeah. Can you mention them? One after the other. You raise your hand and then you tell it out. Yes, Utkarsh, we can start with you only. Yes. Becoming successful. Standing on your own, being independent. Okay. Okay. Anybody else? Yes.
Technological world and become wealthy and prosperous to be financially stable.
All of us want to become rich, right? Anybody in the room who does not want money? All of us aspire to earn money. At the end of 4 years, all of us want to have a good package job. All of us want it? Yes.
To become the financial stable and to boost the country's economy.
Boost the country's economy. Wow, that's a very big aspiration for the society. Yes. Yes.
Making my parents
Making your parents proud. Yes. Very nice. The girls over here, you do not have any aspiration? Yes.
To be happy.
To be happy. How many of us want to be happy? Raise your hand wholeheartedly. There is no this option, okay? Yeah, even sir also wants, even I also want to be happy. Is there anybody in the room who does not want to be happy? Anybody? You don't want to be happy? Yeah, can I know what is the reason that you don't want to be happy?
it takes very fast. Sometimes being happy is the sadness we get.
Being happy, you get sadness. Do you want to share an experience, for example, if it's okay? No? Okay, fine. Yeah. So is there anybody who's experiencing what is your name? Dikshit. Is anybody there who's also experienced similar to Dikshit? At the end of happiness, the sadness starts. Anybody? Or is everybody the same? How many of us want to be happy? All of us. Almost all. Maybe one or two who don't want to. But given an opportunity, do you want to be happy or unhappy? For now, let us just stop there. Now I'll ask you the next question. How many of us want to be prosperous? You raise your hand. See, I am asking the question to you and you're answering it to me. So the dialogue is between me and you. So whenever you feel yes, you either raise your right hand or left hand, so it can be an exercise. Okay? Yeah. What about the others who have not raised the hand? You don't want to be prosperous? Yes or no? Yes or no? No? I'll ask the question again. How many of us want to be happy? Okay. How many of us want to be prosperous? Okay, now it is much better. How many of you want this happiness and prosperity in continuity? Very nice. So we want to be happy, we want to be prosperous, and we want this in continuity. That means at every moment, right? Now, where did we get these answers when I asked you these questions? Did you check the Google? Did you check your phone? But you gave me the answer, right? Where did that answer come from? From you? Let's consider it as from you. Yeah, for now. Yeah. Now, I'll ask you the next set of questions. Are you happy? See, now you gave the answer very happily and it is unanimous. Now you see the response. I'll ask you the next question. Are you prosperous? No. Okay. So if you're not sure of the happiness and prosperity, then the third question is not valid, right? Are you happy and prosperous in continuity? No. So can you see the difference between the two? What you want and what you are. Are you able to see the difference? How many of us are not able to see the difference? Is there anybody who's not able to see? Then we'll try to help you. You got it, right? That there is a difference between the two. I want to be happy, but in the present state, sometimes I'm happy and sometimes I'm not happy. Correct? I want to be prosperous, but I feel I am not prosperous now. This is the next assignment that you'll be doing today when you go back to your PG rooms or your home. Count the number of clothes that you have in your name. Count the number of clothes and then try to understand whether you are prosperous or not. All right? And you can explore on your own. All right? Then you have people here who will help you out with the subject and you can continue your journey. Now, coming back to these two questions, you see there is a gap between what you want and what you are. We have come a long way towards a developing nation. There was a time when literacy rates were very less, but today the literacy rate is very good, 70 plus. We have more educated people. What do you think about this gap? Is it increasing or is it reducing? What you want and what you are today, do you think that gap is increasing or is it reducing? Reducing? How many of you feel it is reducing? Okay. Can you tell me why you feel that? Anything that you can think of. Yes. Neen ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ ನಿನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು? Ankush. Yeah, tell me. People are getting jobs. So what do you think? People earlier were more happy or today they are very happy? Same? Okay. We are being very honest that we say that people earlier were more happy and now it is less as compared to. See, we know everything, but still we don't want to take the efforts. Right? See, we want to be happy, but we are not happy. Now coming to the efforts. What are the efforts you think that you're putting to be happy and prosperous? Anybody would like to mention the efforts? Yeah, passing the 12th exam? Yes.
To enter into college and prepare hard for your studies to get prosperous at the end, the outcome would be a much which is a form of prosperity. And for being happy, we engage ourselves in our hobbies and leisure activities, which make us happy whenever we feel gloomy or sad.
Nice. So he's putting efforts. What about anybody else would like to mention? What are the efforts that you are putting to be happy and prosperous? Any efforts? You're not able to think of the efforts? Or you don't want to express the efforts? Or are all of us putting some efforts or the other? How many of us feel that we are putting some efforts? You raise your hand. Huh. What about the others who have not raised the hand? You're not sure? See, you coming to college on time is an effort. Passing the exam and getting a seat in this college is an effort. Helping parents at home in cooking is an effort. We are putting a lot of efforts. Each one of us is putting efforts. You need to put effort to come and sit into this room. You need to come into the room and then decide where to sit. You're putting efforts. Think about it. Each one of us is putting efforts. You might think that the efforts that you're putting is very silly or it's very common, but you are putting efforts. Is it possible for you to come and sit in this particular seat without putting efforts? The next question you have to ask yourself is, you have put efforts. Is it only you who is putting efforts for you to come here to this place? So that means you agree that there are other people also putting efforts for you? Yes. Now, I'll ask you the next question. Are the problems or unhappiness in each one of our life because of lack of these physical facilities, or is it because of lack of fulfillment in relationships? Is it one or two? Think about it. I'll repeat the question. Is the unhappiness in each one of our life, is it because of not having physical facilities? Not having means clothes, food, shelter. Not having the physical facilities. Or is it because of lack of fulfillment in relationships? Is it one or two? How many of you feel one? How many of you feel two? Very good. So now, I'll just draw your attention to all the answers that you gave. You want to be happy, you're not happy, and what could possibly be the reason is not having fulfilled relationship. Now, are you putting some efforts for this fulfillment of relationship? Can you elaborate if you would like to, if it's okay with you? Some efforts that you are putting towards relationships. I can see some smiles. You cannot answer. Okay. Yes.
My part, space. Like I was, for example, I'm respecting their space. And I'm also letting other people respect me. Like we both have.
So it's mutual. What is your name?
My name is Shamita. I'm from Manipur. And I like to introduce myself a bit.
Yes.
Coming there, I made a lot of friends. And also, I learned some Canada. So, like, learn Hashru Ronsa.
Very good. I mean, please give her a round of applause. She's learned a big skill in just 1 week's time. 1 week? Yes.
Like, my friends talk to me a lot, and also they're really friendly. So, we get along a lot of times, and also we go in hostels and talk a lot. So, we have spent a lot of time, and I think my first word was like, what's the speak?
Nice. Very nice. Very nice, Ronita. So see, she said you need to, when she talks about relationship, she feels comfortable. And how does she feel comfortable is I give the other person respect and space, and the other person also does it to me. And they help me and I also help them. That is what she feels, that she's putting efforts for relationship. Anybody else would like to mention? Any efforts that you are putting on a day-to-day basis, not once in a while, on a day-to-day basis, to do something about your relationships. All of us feel that we are unhappy in life because of lack of fulfillment in the relationships. So think of all the people that you feel there is some trouble that you have, and you tell me, are you putting efforts on a day-to-day basis to do something about this relationship issue? Yes.
As we are 25 kilometers away from our parents. So the little effort which we all can put, and I do certainly every day, is to call my parents and remind them and talk to them about my day, what happened with me, and just these 2-3 words of love, and they are very happy, and I also feel contented and satisfied at the end of the day after talking to my parents.
Very nice. So you get happiness after you talk to them, and because of their good relationship, you're able to be at comfort. And whenever you're comfort, you're able to do work better. So can you see the relation between how we feel and how we work? If I'm comfortable, then I'll be able to work better. But if I'm not comfortable, then possible that I'm not able to work properly. Are you able to think of the situations where you've been unhappy, or the particular days when you've been unhappy and you've not done your job, what you're supposed to be doing? Even for that matter, in the class, if you sit, you might not be able to concentrate in the class. Are you able to see that? Now, coming to some of the concerns that you feel, can you all share some of your concerns that you feel as students of Gen Z have? Some concerns, either your personal concern or you've heard it from your friends. What are the concerns do you think you have? Competition. How many of us feel that we are into competition? Rat race. So do you feel comfortable when you are into competition? Do you want to be in competition? Yeah. The ones who said yes, yeah, we'll have a good discussion for the next 10 minutes on this. Why do you feel it's important to have competition?
Increase our limits.
Okay. Then? Kutkolappa. Ah.
To grow.
Sorry?
It helps to grow.
Ah. Competition helps you to grow. Okay. Then
Stretch yourself beyond your limit.
stretch yourself beyond the limits. What did you say? Yeah. No, that's exactly, I just wanted to make sure you heard what she said and we are on the same page. Yes. So is it? Yes.
I want to argue that everybody is
No, we are not doing debate here. I am just taking, no. Yeah. Yes.
that everybody says competition is necessary to push your limits, but we are all talking about permanent stability and happiness. So in that sense, nobody wants to be in a competition continuously every time. But competition is also necessary, but though nobody wants it every time.
So you want competition in the morning, you don't want competition during lunchtime? No. What he is telling is very true. I want to draw attention of each one sitting in the room. Because of the distraction, there will be some who are sleeping will get up. Very good. Very important. Very true. What my question is very simple. What he said is, I want competition at some times, but otherwise you don't want competition. Now when you're going to have lunch, do you want competition? No, you don't want. Right? But what is the purpose of having the food? Do you eat food to nurture your body or harm your body? So purpose of food is to nurture the body. Right? Correct? So that's why you feel there is no competition in going and taking the food there? Is that what you're trying to say?
Initially comes your mind, then that question of limits and everything.
She's talking about survival. Forget about limits. She's talking about survival. Now that's the important reality. For survival, do you need competition? How many of us feel that we should have competition? Do you want, in the classroom, around 180 of you are there. Which option do you want to choose? All the 180 doing well or only 1% the class topping? So do you want competition? Then?
resources are limited, then the competition is.
Yes?
If resources are limited, then the competition are inevitable.
Each one of you, 180 of you are human beings, including sir and me and some teachers sitting, coordinators sitting here. All of us are human beings. All of us have the same potential. There is no shortage or any kind of an issue with the resources. We are talking about human beings basically. I am also like you are also like me. Today I am standing here and speaking out of experience possibly. After 2 years you might also start doing the same thing. That's the only difference. Do you need competition for survival? Has the university told that only the first rank holder will get the job? What is the purpose of the entire university? All graduates are able to stand on their own and fetch a job for themselves. Are they creating the competition? Who's creating the competition then? Yeah. So my question again, I know I come back to the same question. Do you really need competition to be happy? All of us have a list of aspirations. We want to get a job, good paying job, very good package. All of us are aspiring for that. That is one of our aspirations. And we also want to be happy. Now, if I ask this question, how many of you want to be millionaires? See, you are answering for yourself. There are people who don't want to be millionaires. Very good. But do you want to tell me the reason why you don't want to be a millionaire? Yes? I asked the lower level question. Okay, okay, now let me reframe my question. I'm sorry. How many of you want to become billionaires? Even then there are very less hands. I want to understand from the ones who are not raising the hand, why you don't want to be a billionaire. Any reason that you don't want to be a billionaire? Yes? So you can be honest. Yes. So you feel if you have more money, then you become more egoistic.
High level of control on your own self. It's better to have less money, but less money and be have less ego than have more money and more ego.
Very nice. Mahesh is telling yes. What is your name? Where are you from? Very nice. Yes.
Ma'am, Ambani is not materialistic.
Yes.
Very humble, very kind, philanthropist, like Bill Gates. So it is not necessary that money brings ego, materialism, and sense of proud and haughtiness. Money doesn't always do that.
My question was very simple, asking each one of you what you want to become. I never spoke about any billionaire or any millionaire. You know, this is very important. We always keep thinking of other people and we try to compare ourselves to the others. That is why we bring them into our thoughts. It's very important. See, this entire session that is happening, it's a learning for me also and also for you. That's why I said only thing that is required in this session is just that you have to comfortably sit and listen to me. Because you will be taking the input that you want. I am possibly facilitating and just sharing whatever I can. Only thing that I keep in mind is when I'm listening to you, there is a possibility I'm learning something from you. And I hope that you will also be listening to me. Did you see how our thoughts go and take the entire discussion to something else? The topic is my basic human aspiration. That is, I want to be happy, I want to be prosperous, and I want to be in continuity. And we're trying to see if there is some program to do that. That's all. But we're talking about so many things, right? Yes or no? In our lives, we have been taking so many inputs from so many different people. So many. And now in today's generation, social media has a lot of inputs for us. But do you think that it is you who decides what you want to go ahead with? Or is it the social media helping you understand and decide for you? That is a question that each one of you should ask yourself. When I asked you these questions, do you want to be happy, prosperous, and in continuity? You gave me the answer on your own, right? Did you refer to anything else? Did you ask your friend? But you were very clear of the answer, right? You decided and you gave the answer, isn't it? So now when you're talking about how to achieve your goals, how to, have proper aims, is there a possibility for you to take the decision on your own? Is something that we can think of. So in universal human values, basically we are trying to help each one, including the resource person sharing the content, to understand what is our basic human aspiration. You should make a list of all your aspirations and try to understand the purpose of the aspiration. And you draw the conclusion for yourself. Basically, this course will help you evaluate yourself, depend on your own, self-investigate, self-explore, everything to do with you. You take inputs and references from outside, but it is you who decides. That's the process that we feel that there is a possibility that today's students who are just getting into graduation will become the future policymakers and decision makers. And it is important for each and every student to have the clarity on what they want in life. That's the purpose of having these UHV sessions. Now, I'll ask you another set of questions. Do you want to have this feeling of relationship with all or opposition with all? Relationship or opposition? Do you want to nurture your body or harm your body? Are you very sure of it? Is there any, if I ask the same question to somebody in the US, is the answer going to be same? If I ask a person who is 90 years old, will the answer be same? No? If I ask your grandfather, do you want to nurture your body or harm your body, what will be the answer? If I ask your parents, what will be the answer? If I ask 5-year-old kid, what will be the answer? Nurture your body or harm your body? Yeah, if they can, of course they can understand. Today, 5-year-old kids can understand more than us. That is for sure. Very clear. In fact, they'll give you good decisions also. And I can also learn YouTube from my 5-year-old, kids around me. For sure. I might not be using YouTube and social media, but the kids nowadays are very, very, very well versed in that. For sure. So if I ask this question to anybody, any human being, irrespective of the space, time, age, the answer is the same. And now when I asked you this question, did you refer to anything? You got the answer from yourself? This is the tool that we call as natural acceptance. Each one of us human beings has this tool in us. It is just that we don't use that tool. That is the concern. So now you know that you want to eat food to nurture the body. But in a day, all the time that you eat, do you nurture your body? Who is deciding? You or somebody else? You or somebody else? Sometimes you, sometimes others. Most of the time it's outside and very less time it is you. Is that so? Most of the time it is you. How many of you bring lunch boxes from home? Lunch box. Okay. Nice. You're forced to bring it? You bring it happily? Because you want home food? What is the reason you bring it? Or it saves time? See, each one has a different answer for these questions, right? These are our acceptances. Each one of us has the natural acceptance and we have certain acceptances. I might feel eating idli will nurture my body. Eating chapati will not nurture my body. But I think he will feel that chapati will nurture his body and rice will not nurture his body. These are acceptances which are choices. All of us have. But we also have this innate faculty in us to give the right answer. That is, the purpose of having food is just to nurture the body. All of us are aware of this. Whenever next time you feel like eating junk, you ask yourself this question. Do you want to nurture your body or harm your body? What do you think is going to be your response? Your next action? Will you feel like eating it? At least that thought will be there for a few seconds, right? Yes or no? Irrespective of that, you will eat. That's secondary. But when you ask yourself, is this nurturing my body or harming your body? What do you think is going to be your response? It's not nurturing my body and you don't want to eat it. But you end up eating it. That is secondary. So this faculty is there in each one of us. Not just an example of eating food, even the purpose of each of your life. If you ask this natural acceptance, what you want to do in life, it will surely help you. But the thing is, you should start asking. This self-introspection is very important. What is the purpose you have taken this particular course? Hundreds of people have asked you to do it and you have come here, you've taken the seat. Now, no going back. Try to understand what is it that is stopping you from going forward. That introspection that has to happen on your own. And this possibility is there. You don't need any Google, you don't need YouTube, you don't need it. You just need you. Sit and ask, how many of you spend times for yourself every day? How many of you have this habit of journaling? Very good. How many of you have some habit where you spend time only for yourself? Other than the phones. Watching the phone is not spending time for yourself. Very good. Very nice. So how do you feel when you do that on a day-to-day basis? What is the purpose of you doing that? If you want to share, you can share it. Yes? You write it down for your own improvements. So you observe what you've done the previous day or previous time and you want to improve. Very nice. That's a very good habit that all of us can start. Then, any other purpose of writing the journal? Yes?
Meditate, but I don't write journal. Just meditate and set the goals of the day, but I have to achieve.
So do you have something to monitor it? Write it. Okay, very nice. So what do you think is meditation? Basically, it is introspecting and trying to become aware of ourselves. That is meditation. Yes, then. Any other purpose of doing all these habits? Dear students, it is very, very important that this is the next level of your life. The next 4 years, if you put efforts, then you will be able to, lead a peaceful life for the next 40 years or so. But if the 4 years that you spend, if you do not have the clarity, then there's a possibility that you'll have to spend efforts for 40 years. You have to decide whether you want to put the right efforts in the 4 years or efforts for the 40 years. Each one of you has the capability to do the best. But it is up to you to decide whether you want to do the best or not. And that is very, very important. Each one of you has a role to play. Each one of you has a responsibility to take up. And when I say responsibility, it is from your individual level at the family, in the society as a very respectable citizen, and in the nature. We are a part of this existence and all of us are living in coexistence. And it's very important that you try to understand, have the clarity on your life. You have a lot of inputs from everywhere around you, but you also have the potential to take the right decisions for yourself. Many a times, we are not able to take the decisions. How many of us have been in such kind of situation where we are not sure and we have not been able to take the decisions? Yeah. Can you tell me some reason why you have felt like that? What could possibly be the reason that you have been confused or you've not been able to take the decision? Lack of information. Okay. Lack of confidence. Yes. Conflict between mind and heart. Yes.
Don't have that far sight. What is going to happen after we take the decision?
You're not sure of the outcome or the expectation. Okay.
All of that emotional and the practical what's coming.
Are you talking about fear? How many of us have fear most of the time in the day? Do you want, if given an opportunity, do you want to live with fear? Anybody in the room wants to live with fear? But we're all into that fear, right? What do you think is happening when we have that fear in us? Do you feel comfortable when you get that thought of fear? No. So what do you want to do? You don't want to be in that state. But what we have done possibly is we have been practicing only fear all this while. So now it's become a part of our day-to-day life. It's a possibility. How can you take it out? Okay, by facing it. What do you mean by facing it? Yeah, can you like give me an example so that everybody gets to understand exactly what it is you're talking about?
If I'm not happy with something, or else I had an argument with my mom, and I'm fearful about it, but still I need to talk to her, irrespective of she's wrong or correct, I need to talk to her. Or it even happens with friends as well. When you are into forgiveness, what
Basically, when do you get what she's trying to say is like when she has a conversation with her mother and what you want and what your mother is talking are not matching. When that expectations are not met, there is some reaction from the other person and you start getting into that situation. You're not in a comfortable situation. And what do? You carry it forward till the next time you talk to your mother and you assume that this time also your mother will do the same thing. Can you all see that? We have all, have lot of assumptions like this. Are you able to connect to some assumptions that you've been doing in the last few days or month? For example, there could be somebody who has a fear of mathematics. How many of you have the fear of mathematics? Yes, even I used to have. Being very honest, I had the fear of mathematics and also computer science subjects. It took me almost just maybe 2 years back when I just started my UHV journey. That's when I approached the first computer science subject, that was microcontrollers. I never wanted to take any of the computer science subjects. But UHV helped me to take that subject, take the lab, practical lab, and I actually succeeded. So it was really surprising for me to understand how did I take 3 batches of students with the same subject. That is the change that this subject got in me. That could possibly be there in you. You can think about it. Now, when you have this fear of mathematics or any fear, any common fear that you all would like to mention so that we can take that as an example, everybody connects. Stage fear. That's a common thing. Stage fear or talking to people, that fear. Yeah, I think there are many of us who are not comfortable talking to strangers. How many of us are comfortable talking to strangers? Nice. Let's take the common fear. You think about it and tell me what is the fear you have. Let us see. I'll give you 2 minutes time. Fear is very subjective, she says. Studies, okay. Yes? Okay, fear of failing an exam. Every exam we prepare. All of us do some preparation, right? Come on, at least 1 hour before the exam day, at least we prepare. We do put some efforts, right? But still we go to the exam hall thinking we might fail. Yes or no? Why do we feel that? When do we feel that? One is when we are not prepared. The other, there is a topic you have not prepared and your friend comes and tells, I think this is going to come today. That creates fear. So what is the basic reason here? See, whenever we are taking an input, if we are not comfortable, we get into that zone of fear. Basically, we are not comfortable with anything and everything. Only thing that we feel right is the only one which might not create fear. But sometimes, possibly, we may be wrong. Just to understand that, I might be saying something, thinking about it twice before saying, possibly might reduce your fear. Now, write down this. You can do all these assignments for yourself and see how impactful it is for you. Make a list of your aspirations. Make a list of all your fears. Try to understand the root cause for the fear. And I'm telling you, you have to do this on your own. Ask your friends what are the fears that you mentioned to them. Write down the fears. But solution, you have to find it for yourself. If somebody comes and tells you when you're short tempered, when you're angry, you start counting 100 to 1, that doesn't work for everybody. Does it work? Every time you get angry, I'll tell you 100 to 1. Are you going to reduce your anger? You become more angry. Yeah. So that's the thing. Sometimes it might work for you, it might not work for me. So what you need to do is you start finding the solutions for yourself. And how can you start finding a solution for yourself? Take the answers from everybody, but you take out that extra time and analyze it for yourself, what works for you and what does not work for you. When you try to do this, there is a possibility that you get a solution. And when you get the solution on your own, you feel more comfortable. Isn't it? When you get the solution on your own, do you feel satisfied? Of course you feel satisfied. But what happens now is today's days, we feel that we don't have time for anything. Who is giving us time? Who is giving us time? Is there somebody giving us the time? All of us have the same 24 hours. Who needs to decide and plan the time? We or others? We. So these are some of the habits and possible things that you can do to start changing the way you think. And we'll also be talking about one important thing in UHV is your imagination and thoughts. I'll just brief you on that for a few minutes and then we can break. I can take up some questions. Now I'm going to ask each one of you, you close your eyes and just allow the thoughts that are coming to your mind. Just allow them. Just observe the thoughts. You can open your eyes if you don't have distraction, but if you feel distracted looking at somebody, you might start laughing. Close your eyes and observe your thoughts. Don't block the thoughts. Just allow the thoughts to pass. Any thought that is coming to you, just allow it and just observe it. You might have thoughts, you might not have thoughts, but just try to observe your thoughts. Slowly open your eyes. How many of us got thoughts? Only one thought? Nobody? Only one thought? Okay. How many of us got many thoughts? Wow, very good. And how many of us didn't have any thoughts? Very nice. Very, very nice. So now that I asked you, this is meditation basically. This is again a proposal. See, everything that I'm sharing, it's not a do's and don'ts. I'm just giving it as a proposal. Possibly it might help you, it might not help you. But there is a possibility, think about it. And you should start thinking, that's all. Okay? Now, when you got these thoughts, can few of you share your thoughts that you can, okay, if it's okay to share any thought? This happens in every class we sit, isn't it? We are not listening to the lecture the entire 1 hour. In between, we think about the lunch break, what we have got for lunch. In between, we'll think of birthday party celebration. Then we'll think of match, which team to play. In between, something else we keep thinking. So like that, we have a lot of thoughts. Would you like to share some thoughts? Any thought that you got? Yes. Yes. What will they cook for? Yes.
My friends.
He was thinking about your friends. Just friends, or you want to go out for a movie? Yes. What are the tasks remaining for today? After going home or inside the college? Hostel. Very good. Very nice. Then? Yes, anybody else? Girls, we will have a lot of thoughts, Don't we have thoughts? Yes, of course we have a lot of thoughts. Can you share some thoughts?
My outfits, my dresses, my friends, my friends.
She had so many thoughts. See, it's a chain of thoughts we keep getting. If we want to know, we can have a lot of thoughts in just 1 second, 10 seconds. Very true what she said. Then, any other thoughts? Any other thoughts? There is a possibility that what is there in each one of our imagination that is expressed in our behavior. It's a proposal. Think about it. There is a thought in my imagination, and because of that thought, I'm expressing it in the form of my behavior or my work. Usually, when do mothers shout at their kids? When do you think they shout at the kid? When they're comfortable or uncomfortable? Any mother will shout when they're comfortable. So can you see that if I have a wrong thought, there is a possibility that it leads to a wrong behavior? Think about it. Surely think about it. For example, you have had a very uncomfortable situation with your close friend or closed one, and now you want to prove your point to them. So you want to take revenge and prove it to them. You think about it for 2 hours, and at the end of 2 hours, you drop the idea of taking the revenge. Is your friend or the close one affected in the 2 hours? Is your friend affected? But what happens to you in the 2 hours? Are you affected or not affected? Do you want to be affected? Then what's the point in having a thought like that? See, what happens, we feed ourselves. We feed our thoughts. It is I who decide what kind of a thought I want. So now, through this, there is a possibility that you can train your thoughts. Initially, it will be training your thoughts, and then slowly it becomes just awareness of the thoughts. You become more calm, possibly. All that I'm telling is just a possibility. You need to think of it. There is a YouTube channel, Universal Human Values. There is Student Development Program. There are all recorded versions. You go on to those, try to listen to them and try to take the help if you feel like. That's the importance of this. I'll tell you my life-changing journey, how I got into this as a volunteer, and now I'm sharing the content. When I first time got into this, I was a struggling mother and a struggling teacher. I had a gap of 5 years and then I got back to work, and things had changed in 5 years. The way of teaching, the kind of students, the subjects, everything had changed. And there was a point when I wanted to leave my job because I felt I could not manage home and college. And every day I used to come, and that frustration, what was there in college, I used to put it on my daughter. And the frustration that I had at home, I would put it to somebody in the college. It could be one student in a class, my colleague, or somebody. That is when UHB helped me to understand what I was doing. I was a person who used to blame everybody other than me for all the wrong things. Everything. But this helped me understand that there was no issue with others, it was issue with myself. That simply dropped down a lot of my worries and lot of my own fears. And it really helped me. Today, can you imagine that I had a life like this sometime back? Until unless I tell you, you wouldn't even know that I had something like this. So this is the possibility that the content has. What we would request is start working on yourself. Each one of you is important. You cannot be replaced by somebody else. Be it at family, be it at personal life, professional life, society, anywhere, you cannot be replaced. Each one of you has a role to play, and each of you have the maximum potential to do well in life. Each of you has the capacity to be happy at every moment. Each one of you has the capability to be prosperous. It is just that you should start thinking for yourself and start taking the right decisions. How will you be able to take the right decisions? If you have the clarity, what is your basic human aspiration? If you're able to understand that I want a job to earn money, I'm earning money to be happy. So basically, whatever you do is to be happy. I want to wear a dress which looks beautiful. I want to be happy after wearing the dress. I want to purchase a sports bike. I want to drive the bike. What is the purpose of driving the bike? To feel satisfied. If each one of us is able to understand that all the efforts that we are putting is to have this fulfilling life, to have our basic aspiration fulfilled. If we are able to have this clarity, even if there is a path that has a block, we will be able to find a solution on our own. We'll be able to find alternate paths, and we still continue working towards it. So 1.5 hours is very less, but I just try to draw the gist of the content. I would request all of you to take up this online workshop. There is a UHV 1 course. There are different platforms. If you are interested, you can put it to your coordinators and they'll connect you to us, and we'll try to see how best we can co-explore and facilitate you and see that we can be a part of a mutually fulfilling life. So this is all I wanted to say from my side. If there are any questions, then we can take up some questions. We have another 10 minutes. Yes, any questions? And then maybe we will take a feedback also. Any questions? Any questions from today's session? No questions? Yes.
So that the cause of fear is being uncomfortable. So how do we not be uncomfortable in this situation?
Do you want to explain? Do you want to take up some uncomfortable situation? Can you give me an example? As students, when do you possibly be in an uncomfortable situation?
Like, as I already said, when we are talking on stage or giving some performance, that's like you feel uncomfortable in front of people sometimes
What do you think could be the possible reason?
because we are afraid of being judged.
I told you, see, you are performing it for your fulfillment. So will you even think of the other person at that point of time?
But the thought comes.
That will come, just allow it to come. See, the thing is, I want to perform. What is the purpose? You want to be happy. You perform and you try to work on having the performance being happy, will you even get a thought of the other person judging you? When possible, again, this is a possibility I'm telling you. When do we feel judged is when we are not sure of the situation. When you are not confident on your own, then there is a possibility that you have fear. And the moment you have fear, your performance gets impacted. Either you have not prepared, you have not given your 100% for the preparation, or simply it is just an assumption you have that, okay, somebody else is better than me. That's a possibility. So it's you who decides what you want to do. See, there is a possibility that you have 100% prepared for a very easy subject, but somebody just comes and randomly tells you something which is not required. You get impacted. Do you want to be impacted? But you are getting impacted. What is the possibility you can do? Should you really get impacted? Somebody is coming and telling you something. It is up to you to decide whether you want to take it in or not. What you can do possibly is have this practice of trying to stop things that you don't want to hear. But keeping that in mind, you don't express it. I don't want to listen to you. No. Don't do that. Will you be okay if somebody does that to you? No. All that you can do is listen to them, acknowledge them, but just leave it there. Don't carry it forward. That's another different level, you know. When I say you can start blocking what you don't want, and if you start expressing it to the other person, you create a lot of problems for yourself. There could be something that somebody is telling you which you do not like. For example, you have a conversation with your parents. Now you have fought with them and you've got into either the course or the branch, the college, or you're wearing something which they don't want you to. What is the possibility that you can do? Try to understand why they are saying that. And if you feel you are at a better state, then you wait for an environment where you can talk to them. Don't bounce back at them. Or you can do is, if you were in their shoes, what would you do at that point of time? And then leave it at that. Whenever you get an opportunity, you get back. That you can possibly do. But basically, you have to be aware that you want to be happy at every moment. If you can practice this, you can see that a lot of things happen for yourself. You don't need somebody else to tell you also. Nice question, Mahesh. Any other question? Yes.
Ma'am, here we're talking about happiness, prosperity, and the fulfillment. Ma'am, don't you think sometimes aspirations have reason of unhappiness?
Can you elaborate on one aspiration that's been a reason for unhappiness?
Like I got the aspiration to be in the IT, many of the ITs, but at the end I didn't make it. So that thing makes me sad, and that thing adding me in the guilt or regret in my life that I'm not able to achieve that. So the reason for my sadness is the aspiration that I made in class 11.
So why don't you think have you understood what exactly IIT is? Entire thing, picture?
Not entire, but actually,
Exactly. So what is your role that you wanted to do in IIT to prove yourself?
yes.
Is there a possibility for you to prove here also?
Ma'am, it is, but sometimes I just never thought of getting in this college. I always thought of getting in that colleges.
Yeah.
The IIT,
So just imagine you are putting the efforts even now. Are you going to put less efforts because it is not IIT?
No, ma'am.
Check whether every aspiration that you have, is it for your happiness or is it for something else?
Ma'am, it is for happiness, but sometimes it is the reason of our unhappiness also.
Try to analyze. That's what I said. Write a list of your aspirations, write a list of your concerns, and go down to the root purpose of that. There is a possibility that you have assumed, I'm not saying you have, but I'm just telling. There is a possibility that people have been telling you that IIT means something else. This means something else.
Also, we said that earlier people are more happy than today's people.
Yeah.
One of the reasons is also aspirations. Aspirations in today's generation is much more than the earlier people's.
See, that is, I will give you my experience with happiness, what you are saying. Earlier days, people had less money and they were very happy.
Yes.
Today, even if we are having billions, we are still not happy. What is the reason? because we have created for it. It is not the older people or the present generation. Now what we do is we try to associate our happiness to all physical facilities and materialistic things. Earlier days, it was just a need. Now if I tell you that 3 times, that's why I told you do this assignment, go home and count the number of clothes. When you see the I'm sure some of us are able to see that we have more than what we need to wear. What is the purpose of wearing clothes? To protect the body. Purpose of food is nurture the body. Purpose of clothes is to protect the body. How many of us have more than required clothes at home? So are we not prosperous? Of course we are prosperous, but we do not have the clarity that the purpose of all this money is just to buy the physical facility. It cannot buy happiness. Happiness is something to do with the self, I mean with our mind. But what we have done, we have confused the happiness with all these things. So if you feel that you will get happiness by eating your favorite food, what is the consequence? When you are eating the food, that time you will be happy. But after you eat the food, you aspire for something else for happiness. So if you have the clarity of what is happiness, then possibly you will not bother about the outcome or the expectation. You will just try to be happy wherever you are, and you will be able to achieve more than what you are thinking of. You would never imagine that you had the potential this much. That's a possibility. So that's why I said 1.5 hours is very less to share this content, but you all would, I would request you all to go through we'll share the links with sir and ma'am. Go through those videos and try to take that help from the videos. Or there are workshops online from 6 to 9 in the evenings. You all can register and go through it. It is beneficial for us. I think it will be beneficial for all of you also. That's a very good question what he said. We have a favorite food. What do we feel? If I eat gulab jamun, I become very happy. So, okay, 1 gulab jamun is given. Now I'll give you 5 gulab jamuns. You will feel okay. Your happiness has reduced to okay. Now if I tell you, because it is your favorite food, I'll give you 20 gulab jamun and you finish all the gulab jamun. Will you be in the state of eating the 20th gulab jamun? Has your happiness remained same till the 20th gulab jamun? It's not. So if I connect my happiness to physical things, it is temporary. If I want to be happy otherwise also, there is a possibility I can be happy at every moment. But I should have the clarity that what is happiness and what is prosperity. These are 2 different needs. And we'll be discussing about this in harmony in the individual level, and we have some proposals for that also. So I hope the teachers will take that subject either in first year or second year. But you all can go through it. It's a self-help kind of, video. You can go through it. So now, see, we are able to get all these questions. Many of us have these questions. We are unhappy most of the time because we have been assuming what other people tell. We have never sat and thought for ourselves. We got into, how many, are you all same branch or different branches? Okay. So now we are all of different branches. All of us are sitting in the same hall. Core branch means electrical, civil, mechanical. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. I don't want to differentiate, but I'm used to saying core branch. That's all. Yeah. So can you see? All of us are from different branches. Is there anything common that way? We are wearing different clothes. I am same person sharing the same content to everybody, but each one of you has taken it the way you want to take it, right? Now, if I make my expectation that whatever I say, each and every student should listen to that only, what will happen to the situation? Will it be comfortable for me? No. So it's up to me to decide what I want to be comfortable. Now I want to be comfortable at every moment. If it's my priority, then I'll plan accordingly. And if there is a concern, I will try to work it out with myself first and then approach somebody else. What we usually do, a classroom, there will be a teacher who will come. The teacher will want you to sit and listen to the teacher. Keep looking at the teacher. Whether you're listening or not, you have to keep looking at the teacher. This usually happens, isn't it? There's somebody who's watching the phone. I know there has been somebody who's looking at the phone. But did I mention that in the 1 hour? No. The person who's looking at the phone, their priority is to look at the phone and not listen to me. That's all. But if I consider connecting that person insulting me by looking at the phone, not listening to me by looking at the phone, then what will happen to the entire environment? It gets spoiled. Shouting at that one student saying, why are you looking at the phone? Everybody in the class gets distracted, right? So my priority is 180 students, just few of them are watching their phone. The remaining 150 or 160 are listening to me. So 160 are important to me and I will do my job, what I'm supposed to do. It's up to them to take it. I cannot expect everybody to do what I'm doing because my way of thinking and their way of thinking is completely different. Each one has a capacity. See, all of us have the same potential. But at the present state, our competence is not the same. My present state is not the same. That's the only difference. But the potential, each one of you, you are like me, I am like you. Both of us are similar. So that I am very clear. So it's okay, you are not able to understand possibly today. Maybe after 2 years, you might start taking these sessions. That's okay. And I respect that. When do you get into problems is when you connect all these things to this respect and other things like that. Everything has its own purpose and nothing can be replaced by something else. We are all into a world where people have been telling us that if this happens, only then this. If this happens, then this is not going to happen. We have been assuming a lot of things. So what we should do is undo those assumptions now. If you are able to do it for yourself, you are able to see that you are feeling more better and lighter. See, we feel a lot of students after they attend the first workshop, then they tell that they are feeling much relaxed. They're able to take out time to do all their work. They don't get offended. Their voice has changed. Lot of like this reflection students have mentioned. So you get onto that channel and just observe things. See if you feel there is a benefit. You can do it for yourself. Our purpose as the entire team is that all of you are important. There is nobody who cannot be important. No. You have a role to play. Even your own sibling cannot take up your role. It's as simple as that. See, when I know that there cannot be a replacement for me, do you feel comfortable or no? Yes. Now if I tell all the computer science engineers are same, if this fellow does not do, then that fellow will do. If I tell you like that, will you be comfortable? No, you get into that fear, isn't it? You have to be comfortable. You are there, nobody can replace you. You have to do what you have to do. Whether you like it or you don't like it, that is up to you again. But it is you who is very important. You are the one who is deciding. You are the one doing things for yourself. It's not somebody else. Be it good or not good, it is you who is deciding. And that we have to start exploring. Any other questions? No questions? Too many questions? Yes.
Just a question. Just a second.
Ah.
Are you happy?
Yes. I mean, you can see it in my expression, isn't it? From the time I came, I don't think there was any time that I felt that there was some discomfort. Like I told you, there were some who were looking at the phones. Did I express it on my face? Did I even stop my conversation? No. See, it's important. Now the way I have come, the way I have approached, at least you'll remember me for that. What I have told, this is how we learn things. Kids till the age of 5, they imitate their parents, imitate grandparents, imitate people at home, and they learn a lot of things. We as students also, we imitate our teachers knowingly or unknowingly. Now, if I ask you to think about the teachers, you surely think of some of the habits of some of the good teachers you have come across in your life. Do you remember them for which class, what lecture they spoke? No, you have remember them because of the way they have behaved with you, the way they have spoken to you, the way they have interacted with you, the way they have helped you, isn't it? So you remember that way. So it's important now to understand what I have done today each one of you has that capability to do at every moment in your life. Be it your classroom, be it your family, you can do what I have done today. There is nothing big in what I have done. I have done what you're supposed to do. You are also possibly doing that in the class by helping your friends, being the class representative. So many things. You can do it in different forms, not just a talk like this. Communication skills, interpersonal skills, life skills, soft skills. You get to learn all this to develop your own personality. And UHV is about holistic development. It's the overall development of you. Each one of you. That includes me. Any other question? Any questions? No questions? So it's been a wonderful 1.5 hours. I thank each one of you for patient listening, and God bless each one of you, and may you do, the best in your life and be successful. Thank you very much.
Good morning, all. It was so interactive and interesting session we had. Thank you so much, ma'am, for educated all of us on human values and aspirations. Thank you so much.
Oh, okay, sure. Oh, now it's okay, sure, yes. Students will break for 10 minutes. Please assemble back by 11:50. Before that, 10 minutes bio break. Fast.